mistake I'm making by just hanging around. I know that I should have some fun and paint the town. A lovesick fool that's blind and just can't see. Oh, lonesome me. I bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charms. But I still love her so, and brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. Well, there must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues, forget about the past and find somebody new. I've thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out and fancy free, flirting with the boys with all her charms. But I still love her so, and brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. Well, there must be some way I can lose these lonesome blues, forget about the past and find somebody new. I've thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. Oh, lonesome me.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees into me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl.
Is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports. Radio Plus Sports, recognized by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association in their awards for excellence as the best in high school sports play-by-play in the state. This broadcast is sponsored by the following local partners.
New Medical Center, Waupun Equipment Company, Home and Auto Sales, Ergo Bank, American Family Insurance Agent, Christine File, Dentistry of Wisconsin, Ben's Automotive, VZ's Flooring, Finishing Touches by Rich.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
And expect them to get the state this year. So they deserve all this coverage we're giving them right now, Randy. Steve Wooderhack and Randy Armstrong with you tonight here on The Source.
Living up to the billing is what they're doing, and not only winning games, they're dominating teams. They're dominating some pretty good teams as well. So, yeah, a very impressive team. A number of probably college-level players on this team. Some of them are younger, haven't been offered yet, but really a quality program, and right now they're playing well. And the one stable always is defense. They are so good defensively.
That's the one constant. I had a chance to talk to Tim Alsma before the ball game, and I said, we've seen some off nights with your shooting, but I tell you, defense, you guys have been rock solid every game. You don't have to score a lot of points, even though sometimes you do both, like they did against New Berlin West. There was a team that was ranked 4th in the state in Division II at one time. They moved them down to 8, but they went to New Berlin West earlier this week, and they beat them 81-47, blew them off their own court. And we've been seeing that time after time, and they've been beefing up that non-conference schedule, and it doesn't matter who they're playing, ranked teams, the regular teams, they're blowing everybody off the court and just shutting them down.
Yeah, and that, they have so many weapons offensively. They're going to score points. They're just not going to be held down. But then that defense, we've been amazed. We've seen some fairly decent women's teams come and play against them. Literally under 10 points at halftime. That's unheard of.
Yeah, they play Plymouth coming up next week Friday, and there's a team that didn't score until 46 seconds left in the first half of action. Then they ended up getting another basket, but they did not score 1 point at all. Not a basket, not a free throw, until 46 seconds left in the half. I've never seen that before. This is just a very special team that can put 5 really good girls out there and bring you some good girls off the bench that contribute too. The last second shot and a nice exciting victory for the JV team. They were down and all of a sudden went on a big defensive tear and stole a bunch of balls, getting some baskets, and then Maddie Vanderstreet goes in and puts one off the glass and in to put them up, and they win 34-33. A nice victory. And I know Tim Alsma, when I was interviewing him earlier, was watching the JV game. Yeah, I keep an eye on those girls. I want to see them. There's a lot of things I want to see them get better at, and I think that should be pleased on what he did. They did with the Xavier team here, that Waupun, that they just got done playing, that they stepped it up a little bit as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, and it's always a measuring stick, see how your underclass teams are doing, and it's a pretty nice JV team. They have Trinity Pierce back now as well, playing with them. She came off some type of leg ailment earlier in the season. She gives them a lot of more height and length in the middle, and I want to go on forever about JV, but yeah, this was a fun, exciting finish tonight, coming back from about 10 down.
Yeah, that was exciting for everybody, and of course the Waupun Lady Warriors getting set to take on Xavier, the Hawks. We thought they were the Sharks because we both saw their big travel bus. It's got a huge, about 12-foot shark on top of this.
It's like Jaws,
bus.
like the old movie Jaws.
And I thought maybe we were playing Princeton Green Lake. They're the Tiger Sharks when they combined as one team, which they do co-op in almost every sport. But no, it's the Hawks, but they've got a big shark, and I should have been asking about the story behind that shark, because they come rolling in a pretty nice-looking vehicle with a shark on top. And we'll see. Appleton Xavier, they were ranked number 10 at one time a few weeks ago, but they had another loss last week that moved them out of the top 10, but still a quality team that Waupun's facing. And Tim Alsma said it's another one of those teams that, well, one thing that they did play Bondwell earlier, and the Bondwell coach that really kept Waupun in check pretty good offensively, or against Waupun's offense over at Watertown. I'm sure they had a little conversation. How did you slow Waupun down offensively? And we'll have to try to figure out how to beat their defense. But I'm sure there was a little discussion between the coach for Xavier with B.J. Buss and the Bondwell coach.
Yeah, that's where we saw those box and one, triangle two type defenses for a while, and had some success. Waupun, like we talked about it at that time, we felt like, well, Waupun didn't play that well tonight, and then really they won by 21, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it's a good win for any team.
Yeah, again, we're going to talk a lot about the Waupun team. They're just unbelievable offensively, defensively. Got a chance to talk to Coach Tim Alsman. We'll have that interview for you coming up in just 3 minutes as the Home and Auto Sales pregame show continues live from Waupun High School on The Source and RadioPlusInfo.com.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Jim. Came to New Medical for bad knee pain. Before that, I couldn't squat, kneel. I had difficulty getting in my truck. 12 weeks later, things are getting better and improving every day.
Hi there, my name is Steve. I had a lot of pain in my right knee due to arthritis. The results I've experienced have been a lot less pain in my knee. I'm able to walk up and down steps a lot better than I was. I would highly recommend the procedure to anybody that's been talking to an orthopedic surgeon. They wanted to perform a full knee replacement on me, and I thought, I'm pretty young for that, so I was looking for other alternatives.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757. Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you?
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 Cents for the Future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on bristolmorganbank.com.
Saputo USA, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Competitive pay starting at over $21 per hour, benefits, and more. 8 and 12-hour shifts. Apply today and join one of the best-growing companies. Apply at Saputo.com or stop in on Highway EE in Alto, just outside of Waupun. Saputo Cheese is an equal opportunity employer.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
We always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates going all week long. They change obviously as conditions change with what availability goes. Soups we've always have on, that changes almost by the day, and of course we have chili going as well.
Talk about some of the great beverages on tap here at the Other Bar.
My tap line's always changing. I've got ambers, I've got stouts, I've got IPAs, of course. Changes by the week on availability. I'm always changing things to keep things going, but I got 17 tap lines to choose from.
Pack off this week. The Badgers playing this week. The Bucks playing this week. Super Wild Card Weekend coming up this weekend as well.
You can always find the NBA, college games, and the NFL going on at all times here. So we'll definitely have the Badgers, obviously, the Bucks going, and of course, we're rooting on the Packers as we head to the playoff season.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Have a good week. Thanks.
The Other Bar, Main Street, Waupun.
Dentistry of Wisconsin has exciting news to share. They have officially moved into their brand new office in Waupun, and they have completely remodeled their Beaver Dam office too. Both offices featuring new state-of-the-art equipment and a relaxing and comforting environment. The Waupun office is now at 412 Shaler Drive, conveniently located off Highway 151. Dentistry of Wisconsin, where your smile is their business.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Jim. Came to New Medical for bad knee pain.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
We always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates going all week long. They change obviously as conditions change with what
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
It's coming here, I don't know.
Stop by Waupun Equipment in Waupun and Watertown today.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
we always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates. Obviously, as conditions change with what availability goes. Soups we've always have on, that changes almost by the day, and of course we have chili going as well.
Talk about some of the great beverages on tap here at the Other Bar.
My tap line's always changing. I've got ambers, I've got stouts, I've got IPAs, of course. Changes by the week and availability. I'm always changing things to keep things going, but I got 17 tap lines to choose from.
Pack off this week. The Badgers playing this week. The Bucks playing this week. Super Wild Card Weekend coming up this weekend as well.
You can always find the NBA, college games, and the NFL going on at all times here. So we'll definitely have the Badgers, obviously, the Bucks going, and of course we're rooting on the Packers as we head to the playoff season.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Have a good week. Thanks.
The Other Bar, Main Street, Waupun.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name is Mary, and I was treated at the New Medical Center for knee pain. I couldn't walk long distances, stand up from a chair easily, or do stairs well. Now I can do all of these things and walk 2 miles.
Hi, my name is Linda. I was treated at the New Medical Center for pain in both of my knees, and it has made a huge difference. I couldn't walk up the stairs. I couldn't get up and down easily off the floor after playing with my grandkids. Getting up off the couch at night was difficult. Now I can do all of that. Right now I have no pain in my knees. I would definitely recommend this procedure to anybody who has pain in their knees, and I would recommend that you do it sooner rather than later.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
How would you like your local business to not only reach a whole lot of people, but also be attached to high school sports? Radio Plus has got you covered. To advertise your local business during our video stream of high school sports, email nick@radioplusinfo.com. That's nick@radioplusinfo.com. Your business, your advertising message reaching this area. Let's work together. nick@radioplusinfo.com.
Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most. Contact Christine File agent at 11 South Watertown Street in Waupun or call 920-324-3488 today. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Internet radio, you got us all over the place right now. And Fond du Lac, you're listening to us on 93.7 FM over there. But just been fun to watch these girls and how they played this year. They really seem to be on a mission, and this really seems like the year that they should really be. I'm sure that nothing other than getting to the state tournament and not just getting there, but winning it in their goals probably for this season.
Absolutely, that has to be their goal, and rightly so. I mean, they are the best team that we've seen around the area, and it's again, so many weapons offensively and a really good team defensive scheme. Put that together, and you have a really nice ball club.
Again, Waupun winning their game last week. Friday was their last game, and they knocked off New Berlin West by a score of 81-47. That was an impressive victory at New Berlin. They're a ranked team in Division II. Abby Alsma, 28 points, 6 for 6 from three-point range in that ball game. Lydia Alsma, her sister, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Cale Peterson with 13 points, 5 rebounds. And Gabby Montemora, she's been really peaking at the right time, having herself a nice senior year. 8 rebounds in that ball game, 7 points in that game. And they had a 6'3" girl that's going to UW Green Bay on that team from New Berlin West. And she handled her pretty good and really did great on the boards.
Yeah, that's always been kind of a key. I thought Gabby has to play well. She doesn't have to score a ton of points. If she gets herself 5, 6, 8, maybe 10 points in a game, that's a good game. Clears up 7, 8 rebounds, but her main factor is to cover the post defensively, take care of the interior on the defensive end, and she's a huge factor in what this team does.
Appleton Xavier is at 10-5 on the season, coached by B.J. Buss. They're leading right now the Bay Conference with Menasha, New London in there, and a few other teams from up in that area. But they are sitting at 5-1 in conference play, and they came off a loss to Sheboygan North, losing 61-50 in that ball game. Sammy Buss with 17 points, Olivia Newman with 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in that game, their last outing, which was last week, Saturday. So again, a few stumbles for them, but still considered a very good team that cracked the top 10 there for a while. So another great pick for a team for Coach Tim Alsma to put on the list for non-conference. He's done a really good job on doing that, and it's going to get harder because the Green Bay Notre Dame, who was the one team that beat Reedsburg last year in the state tournament, they're going to be playing them too. They added them to their list of teams to play because Sussex Hamilton canceled out, didn't want to make up the game, and they put a team like that on. They're really going to measure themselves against them. So
yeah,
weird.
Exactly what you want to do before the tournament run, and I give them credit for being able to find those teams. That's not always easy.
No, who has openings this time of year, but he found it. So again, Waupun getting ready to take on Appleton Xavier in this non-conference girls basketball game, and Randy and I will be back in just a few minutes to bring you the starting lineups in the beginning of today's game. Waupun taking on Xavier on The Source and RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name's Gary. I had arthritis really bad in my right knee over 3 months ago. Couldn't really do anything, couldn't do stairs, just simple stuff. And now I can do things I couldn't do before. I can climb stairs, walk, anything. My spine's better. And my personal opinion is you're a fool not to get this done.
Hi, my name is Joni. I came here because I needed a new knee, but I didn't want to go through all that surgery and everything. I'm very pleased with it. And the reason I did it because I couldn't go up and down stairs very well. I couldn't work too long hours and had a hard time getting in and out of the car. I had to lift my knee up. And now I can do all those things. And I have no pain, and I would recommend it to everyone, and I have.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
We always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates going all week long. They change obviously as conditions change with what availability goes. Soups we've always have on, that changes almost by the day. And of course we have chili going as well.
Talk about some of the great beverages on tap here at the Other Bar.
My tap line's always changing. I've got ambers, I've got stouts, I've got IPAs, of course. Changes by the week on availability. I'm always changing things to keep things going, but I got 17 tap lines to choose from.
Pack off this week. The Badgers playing this week. The Bucks playing this week. Super Wild Card Weekend coming up this weekend as well.
You can always find the NBA, college games, and the NFL going on at all times here. So we'll definitely have the Badgers, obviously, the Bucks going, and of course we're rooting on the Packers as we head to the playoff season.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Have a good week. Thanks.
The Other Bar, Main Street, Waupun.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
This gym that we saw last night in a very good Waupun Warrior boys basketball game. It's a Friday night, which helps, and I definitely was pleading with people on the air today. You got to see these girls play because they're just amazing. So it's pretty good turnout to watch the girls play here. It's been one of the better crowds we've seen in a while.
Yeah, playing a nice team in Appleton and Xavier. Fans that, probably expecting to see quality basketball tonight. And, you and I, media guys, would love to see a quality game here. I'm tired of calling games where Waupun's up by 30 at halftime. So,
right.
Yeah, let's get a game maybe testing Waupun down the stretch a little bit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that if they get tested and see how they do against some good pressure. And they've had some teams that have slowed them down. Like I said, Kewaskum gave them their lowest point total of the year. Had about 47, 48 points, whatever it was in that ball game, and they had about 51 points a game against Bonduel. Otherwise, they've been averaging up in the 70s. They've already hit 100 this year, too, in the very first game of the season against a pretty decent Lakeland team that they faced. We're looking at the starters for the Waupun Lady Wars being announced right now. Fun bunch. Every one of them brings a lot to the table for Tim Alsma's club. Naomi Alsma, 5'5" senior. Just works great in that the defense, and she'll pop in some points. She had 3 threes in that ball game against New Berlin West the other day. Abby Alsma, the team's scoring leader, and she's just a great leader. Does a lot of things, good leads in a lot of categories. Shoots over 50% from behind the arc. And again, averaging 20 points a game, a 5'9" senior. Gabby Matamoros, been fun to watch her grow over these last few seasons. She's a 6-foot senior, 7 points a game, 5 rebounds a game. Gracie Gopal, that's probably the most enjoyable one to watch. She's just so fun to watch. Just always in motion out there, and only 5 foot. They put her up to 5'2" out there right now, but she averages 8.5 points a game, 5.5 assists a game. A 5'2" sophomore, and Kale Peterson. Of course, the big girl inside, changing shots. She can shoot from downtown. Great defender, and she just won the toss too. A 6'1" sophomore, 18 points a game for her. We are underway. Gopalin has it by half court. Looks like Xavier trying to do a little trapping once in a while, a double team helping out. We'll see what they're going to run.
Looks like man-to-man defense right now and getting out and pressuring.
Goes Gopalin along the baseline, goes underneath the basket, kicks it out over to Gabby Matamoros, and she'll get it back down to the post with it now. And a nice feed inside, and missing it is Matamoros. But a nice feed inside by Kale Peterson, finding Gabby all by herself, and then she short arms it up there, gets her own rebound, gets fouled on the putback into the free throw line. To shoot 2 will be Gabby Matamoros.
What a beautiful pass from Peterson to Matamoros.
First free throw is good, and I talked to her mom, Gabby's mom. She's in the concession stand for the JV game, and said if she must have been sitting by a free throw line for the, for quite often during the summer, because she's increased her free throw shooting tremendously. I don't remember her being a very good free throw shooter, and here she's shooting 75% this season.
Yeah, I think she went from about 50% up to 75.
Drive on the right side to the basket by Molly Martini. That's what he said, just like the drink coach told me. That is Martini out there, and Molly Martini drives on the right and gets fouled. 2 free throws for her, 57% free throw shooter. And foul was on Gracie Gopalin. First free throw is good. Free throw on the way. That one also rattles home.
There's that full court pressure we heard about, Steve.
Gopalin gets it along the right side, beats the press, kicks it out right side over to Abby Alsma. She'll back it up and set things up. Gopalin with it down in the left corner. Abby dribbles off to her right. And guarded closely by Brooke Feldkamp. Drive and a kick out to the right side over to Naomi Alsma. And she goes to the rack with the left hand and puts it in. They gave her the lane. She took advantage and gets a field goal. First field goal of the game for either team.
Yeah, a little dribble drive action. Naomi able to turn the corner. Nice finish with the left hand.
And ball taken away by Naomi Alsma. Pond with a few numbers coming down, but Xavier comes back and gets back in time, but then a reach-in foul. Abby Alsma gets the pass, and reaching in will be Brooke Feldkamp, picking up her first foul in the ball game.
It'll be interesting to see. Full court pressure out of Xavier. And then Waupun, who likes to run, if they can get past that backcourt pressure, they're going to have some opportunities for fast break baskets.
So Lady Warriors with a basketball, leading 4-2. Matamoros passes it down the right corner to Kale Peterson. Lines up a three-point shot. It's up, and it's no good. Matamoros gets the rebound, and she's going to end up traveling on her way to the basket. Yeah, I like her thought process. Let's see if we can go right to the rack with it, but ends up shuffling her feet a little bit, trying to get past a couple players for Xavier.
A lot of traffic there, but yeah, good job on the offensive glass, but might have been better off served to kick it out. You don't always know that.
And a steal by Waupun. Here goes Abby Alsma on the break, and she comes up short on her layup. You don't see from her very often. Gets a lot of her points during those fast breaks. Ball passed out on top. Three-pointer on the way by Feldkamp is good. And Waupun now trailing after missing a couple shots inside by a score of 5-4. Peterson will bring it over half court now for the Lady Warriors. They kind of gave her a lane to the basket, finds Morris on the left side, and boy, she's been Gabby's best friend of the game. Set her up a couple times, and Gabby finishes that time.
Super job. Draw the defense, make them help uphill, and then kick it off to your teammate.
Ball passed out on top over to Olivia Newman. The 6'3 sophomore takes it in the lane, kicks it up to the right side, and back out on top with it is Delaney Feldkamp. Feldkamp back with the basketball down in the corner with it on the right side is Olivia Newman.
Some pretty decent handles for 6'3.
And a drive to the basket again, drawing the foul and putting it in. That's her move. Pon's got to take that away from Molly Martini. She went down that right side of the lane again, scooped it up, gets the shot to go, and she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot one. Xavier back out on top, leading 7-6. Free throw was up on that. Almost just about missed everything there.
I think it did. They're going to say a violation.
Waupun will take over, trailing by a point now. Great dribbling. Nice job by little Gracie out there. Does a great job of keeping the defenders off balance. Three-pointer from the right corner is no good. And down the floor to try to get is Gabby Matamoros. He gets it and gets it over to her teammate Naomi Alsman. Waupun has it. Goes Peterson along the right side. Scoops one up, puts it in. Is bumped away from the basket just outside of that right block and off the glass, rattles around and goes in, gets fouled. And she goes to the line now to try to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, a little shake of the dice there at the end. Got a leg it, rolled them out. Tough shot by Peterson. Wow.
Yeah, she's a special player, and we're lucky to get to see her this season and a couple more after that. That's nothing but net on her free throw. She's got 3 points in the game. Waupun opens up a 2-point lead, 9-7. So the Hawks back with the basketball. Olivia Newman dribbles off to her right, stays out on the perimeter. Looking for someone to get it to. Cross-court pass over to Sammy Buss and misses it. And down in the corner, Lydia Alsma gives it up, and a block shot by Peterson. Right by the basket. Waupun comes up with it. Goes Peterson. Gets cut off and gets it back on top to Naomi Alsma.
Yeah, very disciplined defensive team we're seeing in Xavier. Gap help.
3-point shot on the way, good from Abby. The defender thought they had her stopped, so they kind of backed off a little bit. She puts it up immediately, and nothing but net in that shot. Waupun leading 12-7. We're seeing a girl with as quick a release as Abby has, too, on those 3-point shots. She just needs a little crease to try to get a shot off, and before he can even react, the ball's on its way.
Yeah, I would say that's about as quick a release I've seen anywhere in the girls' game. Super.
Xavier with the ball, trailing Waupun 12-7. Kick it out right side and driving in, fake to the left and a little up and under. Some nice moves inside, but blocked again by Waupun. There's Peterson again.
That was Peterson again, yeah.
Lydia Alsma comes up with the ball after that. That's the crazy thing about her blocks. Waupun ends up with the ball quite a few times after those blocks. She's going to go in strong on the right side. She's going to get fouled on her way to the basket, looks like by Hallie Vandehay. And back to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws this time is Kale Peterson. Yeah, there's so many that she blocks quite a few, and it seems like Waupun comes up with a basketball after a lot of those. Sometimes he just grabs them out of, blocks it by just grabbing it out of the air and just hauls it back in. He's a special player. He gets the first free throw to go. One more for Kale.
Yeah, does it without fouling most of the time as well. It's not an easy job.
Next free throw was up and also good. 5 points in the game now for Peterson. Waupun has opened up a 7-point lead. And we're trailing 7-6 at one time. The drive on the right side going in is Stempa, but Waupun gets to it. Shot outside, no good. Ball loose, and Stempa comes up with it. Then a long 3-point shot back of the rim, and then we've got some action away, positioning for the rebound, and a foul going to be called on Xavier.
It's going to be on Vandehay. 2 quick ones on her. Within a minute or so, picking up 2 fouls.
And Waupun facing that full court pressure. Waupun gets it over half court, dribbles off to the left side. Back up to Abby Alsman, down along the post with it is Peterson. Little turnaround, 7 or 8 footer. That one comes up just a little bit short, and getting the rebound eventually is Olivia Newman. The Hawks with a basketball. Ball down to the corner, 3-pointer on the way now from Stamp, and that one is no good, and getting the rebound, missing it. On a point-blank shot on the right side is Newman. Waupun comes up with it, and here goes Alsma to the basket, puts it up, and they're counting it. It's good, and she's going to the free throw line to shoot one. Waupun attacking the basket and benefiting from that so far against the Hawks.
Yeah. Kale Peterson running on that right wing, pretty much forcing the defense to spread out a little bit. Abby able to find a gap.
Abby's free throw is good. It gives her 6 points in the game, and Waupun now up by 10. Scoring the last 11 points in the game, leading now 17-7 on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard.
Waupun switching everything on the dribble handoffs or pass-offs.
Hard drive on the right side. What a job by Gopalin. Takes the ball in the air before she goes out of bounds, passes it in to Alsma. Misses the layup on the other end, and now it's going to be Xavier basketball. But wow, what an athletic play by Gracie Gopalin, saving it from hanging out over the out-of-bounds area, and then gets it right to Abby Alsma. Just missed the layup on the other end.
That's why this team is special. So many good athletes. So many young ladies that have played a lot of basketball. Until you make plays like that, man, you just got to be in the gym all the time, playing, loving the game.
You don't have time to think about it. It's just got to be one of those reaction things you do. You don't think about that move that she just did, that you're ever going to do it, but she just is a great gamer. 3-pointer, nothing but net from straight away. The second 3-point basket for Delaney Feldkamp. On up by 7 now, 17-10. Naomi Alsman in the right corner, dribbles out of the corner into the lane, back out on top over to Gopalin. Olivia on the court now, Tooney for Waupun. Cross-court pass right side, kind of setting up, hopefully an opening for a long shot, but Xavier defends it to get it over to Peterson. Back over to Tooney. Top of the key with it is Lydia Alsma. Has the top of the key down to Peterson, just one player to work against down there, and try to find some way to get the ball up, but kicks it back out to Naomi Alsma. Lydia Alsma within the corner, goes along the baseline, back out to her sister Naomi. Comes up a little short of the 3-point shot, and Peterson gets the rebound over the top of the Xavier player, and drawing another foul. Nice job, Peterson just going right at her, and again trying to get one to go off the glass when you kind of get bumped away from the basket. Comes up short, but she gets 2 free throws.
Seeing the Xavier coach maybe asking about over the back, but Peterson just too athletic.
Just reach right over
skinny
the
up
top
and go over, you bet.
Yeah, there was just too tall, too athletic. There's a nice job by Waupun so far, leading out 18-10. 11 minutes left in the first half. Next free throw also nothing but net. Hale perfect at the line so far, 5 for 5. 7 points in the game. Waupun leading 19-10. Hawks back with the basketball. This is definitely the move that about 3 or 4 of the girls have on the team. Take it along that right side of the lane and finish. We had some luck with it, and that's the first basket for Olivia Newman. Goes Gopalin off to the races, scoops one off over to the left side, trying to find Tooney over there, but he gets knocked out of bounds by the Hawks. Sydney Wanty, the 5'6 sophomore, checking in the ball game. Sitting down will be Carson Stempa. Waupun will inbound on their baseline.
The Hawks looking for that full court pressure.
3-point shot, that's a little wide left, and Tooney, instead of grabbing it, just kind of swats it over to one of the Xavier players. And they've got the ball. And the ball lost inside, and coming up with it is Lydia Alsma. Goes strong and left side, tries to find her sister. A little out of control, really wasn't there in the position she was in, and just throws it straight out of bounds, and it'll be Hawk basketball.
Almost impossible for the Hawks to full court pressure with Gracie Gopalin on the court. She's
the one-person press break.
She absolutely is. You don't want to hang her out there, but everybody else can run deep. Just let her wheel and deal.
Little back cut along the right side, putting it up, getting fouled on the shot. He is Brooke Feldkamp. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 now for the Hawks, looking for her first points of the ball game. 19-12 in favor of Waupun with 10:07 left in the first half of action on your New Medical Integrated Healthcare scoreboard. Bringing you the game, Randy and I are from high above the court your Waupun Equipment Company broadcast booth. Makes the first free throw. Next free throw on the way, and that is also good. Gets them both to go. She's got 2 points in the game, has her team back within 5, 19-14 Waupun.
The Hawks 4 of 5 from the line. Waupun 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
Lydia Alsma gets it over to Tooney. Down in the corner with it is Gopalin. Back on the top over to Abby Alsma. Going in along, and then gets it knocked out of her hands, loses it. Ball's loose again, and coming up with it is Peterson. Turns around, comes up short. So many inside shots coming up short for Waupun so far in the ball game. So the Hawks have it, drive and foul on the floor. And not a lot of contact being allowed, any body contact on pretty quick fouls. And that time Brooke Feldkamp. And all the Hawks, the first thing they do is they just kind of head over to the right side of that lane, and I've seen about 4 of them do it already with some success so far in the ball game.
Yeah, dribble penetration, just watching them in warm-ups tonight, everything they did was that type of drill. Hand off, dribble in.
Camp drives in lane, has to dish it off the last second before she travels over to Newman. Gets taken away, though, by Abby Alsman. Then she loses control. We've got a tie-up, and possession arrow pointing toward the Hawks. Got a timeout on the court, and we'll do the same back in 30 seconds with more Lady Warrior basketball on The Source.
Saputo USA, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Competitive pay starting at over $21 per hour, benefits, and more. 8 and 12-hour shifts. Apply today and join one of the best growing companies. Apply at saputo.com or stop in on Highway EE in Alto, just outside of Waupun. Saputo Cheese is an equal opportunity employer.
We've got to watch the video over here too, see when they're back on.
Right.
And we are back at Waupun High School again, bringing you the game both on RadioPlusInfo.com. Jeff Sauer bringing the video equipment in here tonight. Love to do that and be able to bring you the game play-by-play and the great quality video you get on RadioPlusInfo.com. A nice drive to the basket. Overlaid, though. Peterson rips the rebound down for Waupun.
Peterson getting that rebound over a 6'3" gal.
And another shot for Peterson. That one stays on the rim and then falls back into through the net. Making her presence known inside in the ball game so far, and another hard drive, drawing some fouls, and that could be an issue later on in the ball game if they keep on doing that, and Waupun keeps on fouling them. Both teams with quite a few fouls already here. We're only not quite halfway through the half. 7 fouls for the Hawks, 5 for Waupun so far.
7-point game, Steve. I mean, they came to play and had a week to prepare, 6 days to prepare for this. I'm sure there's more into it than what you would think for a non-conference game.
Lap the ball into the 6'3" sophomore Newman and gets it up. The outside with it now is Van de Hey. Dribbles along to her right and sent out to her teammate. Ball taken away, though, by Abby Alsma. And kind of going back and forth. Thought about pulling up for a 15-footer. Gopalin will throw up a 3 from the left corner. Nothing but net for Gracie Gopalin. Her first basket of the ball game. On back up by 10, just like that, leading 24-14. 8:30 and counting down in the first half of action here at Waupun High School. Saw a great game here last night. Waupun Warriors knocking off Plymouth in boys basketball, getting their first conference win, but looking very good doing it in that second half. Here's a tall girl, and as she gives it up, Abby Alsma will go up for the lay and stealing all the way down the other end, 3/4 court, and just lays it in for another basket for Waupun. And a timeout on the court. We'll be back in just 1 minute with more Waupun Lady Warrior basketball on The Source and RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. Plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
And we are back at Waupun Area Junior Senior High School. A little trickier business here with radio and video going on here tonight, so you got to keep an eye on our commercials here. And then Jeff's got commercials playing on his video stuff too, and they usually end about a second or two after we come back. Waupun now up by 12, 26-14. Going to kick the ball out right side. Three-pointer on the way by Martini. That is no good. And Gabby Matamores chases down the rebound, gets it up to Gopalin, heading Waupun's way. Well, she does that so at ease around the back, and you do it, dribbling between the legs when she's killing clock over at Kewaskum the other day. She can do that in her sleep, I think. Boy, she's a slick ball handler.
Always with her eyes up, too. Always looking to find a teammate.
It was Gopalin, a little hesitation off the glass and in on the left side. What a shot there by Gracie, just so fast that she got past the defender and hesitated, put it off the glass and in. Nice drive for Gopalin. And ball knocked loose again on an errant pass. Waupun comes up with it now on an underthrown pass, throwing up the court, and Xavier steals it on trying to run the court and get those fast break points. Three-pointer left side, nothing but net. They've got some nice shooters. Sammy Buss, I'm just guessing the coach's daughter, BJ Buss, drills one from the left side. Goes Gopalin again and decides to look for her own little offense the last few times down the court. Draws a foul, and to the line to shoot two will be Gopalin.
You have to have nightmares when you go to sleep at night, knowing that you have to guard Gracie.
Yeah.
The handles that she has, the way she's able to blow by.
And lucky for us, we're here calling the games for Waupun, and it's just we get to see her play another 2.5 seasons yet. Her along with Cale Peterson out there, and
Lydia Alsma.
Yeah, we got Lydia. She's just a freshman. So we've got a pretty nice job over the next few years with the girls basketball here in Waupun, and a very young Waupun basketball team for the boys. See what happens with them. See how they improve. I liked what I saw last night here in that victory against Plymouth. Three-pointer on the way. Little catch and shoot. And that's impressive stuff from Sammy Buss. Didn't even hesitate. Just got it. Got a little nice rhythm step and just drills it. Nothing but net. Alsma gets cut off along the left side. Abby back out on top over to Gopalin. Passes it right side to Cale Peterson. Peterson strong along the right side and finds again Gabby Matamores. That's her third really great pass to Gabby, and she finished two of those. Gabby owes her a little lunch over at McDonald's or something after this.
Yeah, at least ice cream.
Yeah. Peterson gets the rebound. We're going the other way. Waupun has some numbers. Gopalin along the left side. Hesitation. That one hits the bottom of the backboard, and it's in the hands of Brooke Feldkamp of Xavier.
Wow.
Long three on the way, and that's off the front of the rim. No good. Nice rebound by Xavier, but that was about 7 or 8 feet behind the three-point line. And when I tell you, when your dad's the coach, you got a green light to shoot anywhere you want, anywhere on this side of the half. Well, here's some more paper if you want to try to. We're trying to get a little feedback on some stuff here. We're not really sure where it's coming from, but try to get a paper inside this area to get it to stop happening. We'll see. Electronics sometimes. And we've got an offensive foul. There's the quick beat of Gracie Gopalin. And she beat Brooke Feldkamp to the spot, and she gets run over and gets help from her teammates and some good applause by the crowd appreciating her hustle on that play.
Just the knowing what you're going to do on those And those ball screens, those handoffs, and jumping out hard hedging, and you got to get your body out there early, and they're doing it so well.
Abby Alsma turns around three-pointer, a little too strong. Long rebound in the hands of Brooke Feldkamp. And we've got a player down for the Hawks right now holding a right ankle, and the trainer's going to come out immediately. Again, does not look good for the Hawks.
It was distraught her face is right now,
Yeah.
a lot of pain.
I don't know if that's Carson, that's number 30 out there. Kind of her number's kind of crinkled. I can't see it, but it could be Carson Stempel, one of the starters that's on the court. Trainer out there.
That is 30, you're right, I believe.
Yeah, Stempel on the court.
Yeah, she's in some serious pain right now, so yeah, it's tough to see for any team.
Was always hurt, but you know the ones that are going to be hurting for a while and maybe even taking you out of a ball game. And she's got that look on her face right now.
She is wearing 2 ankle braces right now, so.
They're going to get her up and see if she even wants to put any weight on it. Hasn't done it yet. That's her right ankle. Might have to get a teammate or two out there to help her off the court. Just the trainer's out there now. She's putting a...
Wearing those double ankle braces makes you think she's probably had this before.
So she's coming off, but that one doesn't look good. Sometimes,
No.
you know, those ankles, you can just kind of walk them off a little bit. That doesn't look like one of the walk-off type ankle injuries. Not putting any weight on it, and they get her back to the bench.
Yeah, she went down hard. The official recognizing it immediately, getting the timeout.
So the Hawks have the basketball. They trail by 11, 31-20 to Waupun. Little weave out on top.
Little Globetrotter action.
And they're going to launch up a three, front of the rim, no good. Long rebound in the hands of Feldkamp, and Waupun knocks it away. Gracie Gopal, what a nice look over the top of the defenders, in the hands, in stride to Abby Alsma for the easy two.
Celia Tooney with the steal. Getting after it.
That is not an easy pass. That's like one of those Aaron Rodgers passes. You put a little air underneath it to get it over the top of the defenders and just laid it in there to her perfectly. Nice job by Naomi Alsma cutting off Feldkamp on her drive along the right side. So they have it back out on the perimeter. Back on top with it is Martini. Little scoop shot and trying to get it up there, but misses everything. Overshoots it. Waupun takes it the other way. Pass cross court.
Wow.
And boy, some great ball movement by Waupun. Couple of shots short inside. But boy, just some great passes from Peterson, Naomi Alsma. And they find Abby underneath the basket. She just came up short on a couple shots and now got fouled to the line to shoot two, but that's impressive stuff.
Yeah, very unselfish play. Just sharing the ball.
Abby makes her first free throw, puts Waupun up 34-20. 4:26 left in the first half of action. I thank all our sponsors for making our video streaming possible tonight, and also our radio. We're doing both of them tonight. Next one rattles in for Abby.
Perfect at the line, 3 of 3 so far this evening.
Great free throw shooting by both teams so far. On up by 15, 35-20. The number 1 ranked team in the state, 13-0 in Division III. They are impressive. Little running shot, not an easy one. Back of the rim, no good. Getting her own rebound is Feldkamp, and they put it back up and get it to go. Sent by Feldkamp to get it back again and finish a second time. Waupun with the ball. They tried to find Peterson inside, and eventually she does get the ball and gets the ball blocked, gets it out. And a three-point shot is up and off the backboard, no good. And rebound by Abby Alsma. Back on the top over to Gopal and fakes to the right and comes up short. And Wapun's missing a few point-blank shots. It's a nice move there. And now a timeout taken by Coach Tim Alsma. We're going to come back in just 1 minute with more Lady Warrior basketball on The Source and on RP Sports.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
We always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates going all week long. They change obviously as conditions change with what availability goes. Soups we've always have on, that changes almost by the day. And of course we have chili going as well.
Talk about some of the great beverages on tap here at the Other Bar.
My tap line's always changing. I've got ambers, I've got stouts, I've got IPAs, of course. Changes by the week and availability. I'm always changing things to keep things going, but I got 17 tap lines to choose from.
Pack off this week. The Badgers playing this week. The Bucks playing this week. Super Wild Card Weekend coming up this weekend as well.
You can always find the NBA, college games, and the NFL going on at all times here. So we'll definitely have the Badgers, obviously, the Bucks going, and of course we're rooting on the Packers as we head to the playoff season.
Andy, have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Have a good week. Thanks.
The Other Bar, Main Street, Waupun.
Back at Waupun High School. Waupun takes a timeout. I saw playing some nice danceable music, and I see your son Austin along with my grandson John Winterhack sitting up in the crowd watching the ball game, and got a little dance thing going on up there. Having some good time here at Waupun High School. Great crowd here tonight. Even the student section really beefed up after what we saw very anemic yesterday.
Jersey night. Some Packer jerseys, some hockey jerseys in there, and several Giannis jerseys.
Here goes Lydia. That is Lydia Alsma goes up and puts it up with the left hand and gets it to go. I tell you, a nice night last night with the Badgers winning a big game and looking good doing it. The Bucks knocking off the Warriors. And, of course, Waupun winning. A shot coming up short for Xavier, and Lydia Alsma will push it up now for the Warriors. Peterson passes it left side over to Abby Alsma. Looking inside, nothing there. Back out to Tooney in the left corner. Here's Peterson, wide open three. It's on its way and a little too strong. Having trouble finding a range from downtown as of late. Doing everything else right, just not finishing on those three-point shots. Goes Feldkamp, gets it back out on top over to Martini. In the corner with it, passing up the three-point look. He is Feldkamp. And three-pointer up and good from the tall sophomore. Olivia Newman buries one, her 5th point.
You would have to think that Newman will get some college looks. 6'3" gal. She's got pretty good handles, takes care of the ball, and able to knock down threes already at a young age.
Yeah, seen a lot of good things. Not just a tall player out there, does a lot of things good. Gopal kicks it back out on top over to Peterson by the left elbow and misses the shot there. And Tooney keeps the ball alive, but had to step out on the end line there to try to get back to the ball. Good hustle by Olivia, but the Xavier basketball. Tooney will sit down, and coming back in the ball game for Waupun is Gabby Matamoros. 37-25 with just under 2 to play here in the first half at Waupun High School. Vandahay with the basketball and quick feet. Good job there by Gracie Gopal to keep in front of her, but just even a better shot. And Vandahay gets it for her first basket of the ball game. Now just a 10-point lead for Waupun.
Some kind of item that rolled onto the court.
Official stops play and will take it off.
Take a hockey puck.
Looks like he wanted, so I'm not putting that back in the crowd to find it back on the court again.
Set play here by Waupun. Coach Alsma calling something out.
Lydia Alsma with it, dribbles into the lane. Passes up the 15-footer, gets it out to Gabby Matamoros. And Tim Alsma saying reset right now. We're down to 119 and counting down in the first half. Abby with it out on top. Gets over to Gracie Gopal by the free throw line. Back over to Lydia Alsma. And Lydia will get it in rhythm and buries it from the left corner. Nice shot by the freshman. No hesitation, just took it in rhythm and buried it. Waupun back up by 13, 40-27. Hawks with the basketball, a little back cut, but right into trouble, and Waupun comes up with it. There goes Lydia Alsma again on the fast break. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off the hands of Brooke Feldkamp. And checking into the game will be Sammy Buss.
Waupun, they like their transition basketball. When the opportunities are there, they don't push it all the time, but when they're there, they're really, really good at it.
Gracie goes in, kicks it out left side over to Lydia Alsma, comes up short on the shot, and getting the rebound is Buss, pushing it up now. Lydia getting on her, and Buss will pass it up to the right side to Feldkamp, launches it up, comes up a little short, and ball back in the hands of Lydia Alsma. Seems like the kind of a magnet to her hands lately down the court. Down to 15 seconds and counting down. Waupun looking at a last shot here of the first half, leading 40-27. Waupun has it out on top, down to 7 seconds left. Goes off a pick on the right side, and she's got an open look at a three. It's up, and it is good for Gracie Waupun as the buzzer goes off. Just before the buzzer, the defender kind of backed off. She goes, well, it's the best shot we're going to get. Wide open three. She buries it, and Waupun takes a 43-27 lead going into the second half. And Randy and I'll come back in just about 3 minutes to talk about the first half of action from Waupun High School on The Source and also on RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life.
Hi, my name is Les. I've suffered with a bad right knee for 30 years or 40 years. Actually had a knee replacement scheduled, and I looked into this, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. My knee now, 3 months later, is almost like new. I can run up and down stairs. I can sit at a gym watching a basketball game. Really, really happy and pleased with the results. Plan on strongly recommending this to, and I have been recommending this to friends and family who have had joint issues, shoulders, backs, and knees.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
Dentistry of Wisconsin has exciting news to share. They have officially moved into their brand new office in Waupun, and they have completely remodeled their Beaver Dam office too. Both offices featuring new state-of-the-art equipment and a relaxing and comforting environment. The Waupun office is now at 412 Shaler Drive, conveniently located off Highway 151. Dentistry of Wisconsin, where your smile is their business.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
And we are back at Waupun Area Junior Senior High School, a dance team out there right now. I think we saw this routine a few games ago on the court, but a good one by the dance team. They've really upped their game over these last 5 or 6 years. A good job with that program here at Waupun. But at a halftime, is Waupun leading this ball game by a score of 43-27 over the Xavier Hawks. And none of this has been real easy. Waupun just playing some great defense that turns the offense the other way, but they've had to work for some stuff here tonight against pretty decent Xavier team.
Yeah, real decent Xavier team. And tell you what, they got some length. They have some ability. They shoot the ball. They, that dribble drive stuff they're doing, that handoff drive, try to turn the corner, get downhill, make something happen. Pretty darn good at it. And you can tell that's what they work on a lot. Get their shoulders in front of the defender and try and get going downhill. You force somebody to help, and then they kick out for the threes. And a nice team, but Waupun, boy, they're awfully good. They really are.
Yeah, they are fun to watch. They do so many things good, and everybody has their moments out there Gracie Gopalin had her offensive moments and just some unbelievable plays out there. Peterson just dominating the inside and being very unselfish, getting some points for Gabby Matamoros and some good finds out there. So not just a good offensive player, defensive player, but she's also an unselfish offensive player that'll find her teammates and just all for the common good of the team. And she does a great job with that. And, of course, all the Alsma sisters are all rock-solid players. So just a fun team to watch. And you bring out Olivia Tooney off the bench, too, and you don't lose anything defensively. Maybe not so much of an offensive player, but she's good within the system that Tim Alsma's running. So it doesn't hurt you a bit when she's out there.
Yeah, I think Tooney really understands her role on this team. When you have that many scorers, that many extremely good scorers, she's like, I'm just going to do what I do to get minutes on the court. You always hear that about the upper level, college level especially. People say, well, how many points is that guy scoring? Oh, how many minutes are you playing?
Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, and we saw that yesterday. We pointed out 3 guys in the Waupun Warrior boys basketball team that had very minimal points. One had 1, one had 4, one had 2. But they were a big part of the victory and what they did on the court, and that's what we're seeing here with some of the role players for Waupun. But they do have a lot more offensive weapons. It could be anybody on a given night that's going to throw up double figures, maybe 20 points for you on any given night. So just a fun team to watch and see whose night it is. Sometimes it's everybody's night, and they flirt with 100 points. So
exactly. I really like how Waupun finished that half, too. Run that clock down to the last few seconds. Yeah. Get off a good shot. I don't care if you make that shot or not. You're not going to let the other team get that last chance for a score, maybe a three-point play or an old-fashioned three-point play and get some momentum going into the locker room. Hold it to the end and then cap it off with Gracie Gopala and drilling the 3.
Let's take a look at scoring in the first half. Again, Waupun leading 43-27 at halftime against Xavier.
First off, for Xavier, Brooke Feldkamp with 4, Van de Hey with 2. Delaney Feldkamp with 6. Both of those came on three-pointers. Molly Martini with 4. Sammy Buss with 6, 2 three-pointers there. And Olivia Newman has 5 points. She also made a three-pointer. For Waupun, Lydia Alsma has 5 points with a made three-pointer. Naomi Alsma with 2 points. Abby Alsma leads all scorers with 12. She is 3 of 3 from the free throw line, made three-pointer. Gabby Matamoros, 6 points, 2 field goals, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Gracie Gopalin with 9 points. She has 2 made three-pointers. She has a layup, and she is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Kale Peterson, 9 points, 2 baskets, 5 of 5 from the line.
Again, a nice complete team performance by Waupun. They open up a 16-point lead of 43-27 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard in Randy and Isle. Along with Jeff and his video stuff here, we'll be back in 2.5 minutes with the second half of action live from Waupun High School on RP Sports and on The Source.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
We educate tomorrow's heroes today. Developed by the area's best nurses, your acceptance into Marian University's BSN program will allow you to take nursing courses in your sophomore year. Apply to Marian University today. In each community, forensic scientists crack the toughest cases. With Marian University's Forensic Science Bachelor's program, learn from industry-experienced faculty within a hands-on crime scene lab. Apply to Marian University today.
Saputo USA, just outside of Waupun, is hiring. Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible career opportunities available in their Alto facility. Competitive pay starting at over $21 per hour, benefits, and more. 8 and 12-hour shifts. Apply today and join one of the best growing companies. Apply at Saputo.com or stop in on Highway EE in Alto, just outside of Waupun. Saputo Cheese is an equal opportunity employer.
Green Bay football players in Fond du Lac. After select Packer games during the 2021 season, fans can get up close and personal with the Pack. Ask player questions, get autographs, win preferred seats to the game plan when you sign up at Ray's TV and Appliance. To win the best seats in the house, follow 95 and 96.1 The Rock on Facebook and share the graphic. Have a shot at $1,000 when you play the Camera Casino Photo Finish Contest. All at the Home and Auto Game Plan presented by Midwest Overhead Door. This football season at Fat Joe's. Get schedule information at 961therock.com.
Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most. Contact Christine File.
Welcome back to Waupun Area Junior Senior High School. Steve Witterhack and Randy Armgill with you. Got Jeff Sauer with his video streaming equipment here. Full coverage of the Waupun Lady Warriors in this ball game. Taking a 43-27 lead into the second half, and a nice start by Waupun defensively, blocking the shot by the Hawks. Taking it in was Delaney Feldkamp, but Abby Alsman there to swat it out of bounds. I'm trying to trap down to the corners all over the place here, and then they force a bad pass. And just, man, when they turn up that defense, they're in your face. They're double teaming. They're forcing bad passes. They are just hard to do anything against.
Yeah, nice job by Gopalin to jump that passing lane. That's the thing. Trap it, double team it, and then you have to jump that passing lane.
Well, Peterson gets it, but then ends up throwing it away. A race to the basket now. Feldkamp goes up, falls down, misses her shot. Peterson gets the rebound. Oh, around the back. You're not going to see that out of too many 6'1 players. And gets it up to Abby Alsman. She buries it from the corner. Nice job by Cale Peterson to set that one up and set her team up with a nice three-pointer from Abby Alsman in the corner.
Yeah, once again, you can't talk enough about that quick release from Abby. Just amazing stuff.
On up by 19 now, 46-27. A 15-footer by the sophomore, 6'3 player. Newman comes up short on a shot, and Naomi Alsman gets the rebound, gets it off to Gracie Gopalin. All the starters out there for Waupun. Little runner on the left side. That comes up short, but nice job by Gabby Matamoros. Ends up stepping in, grabbing the ball, and she gets fouled. Say that was a foul on her shot, so she goes to the line now to shoot two for Waupun.
Brooke Feldkamp with the foul. That's her third.
Free throw on the way, and that is good. Gabby.
Yeah, what an amazing improvement she has made at the free throw line. I know you mentioned it in the first half, but it just looks so pure.
Both of those nothing but net. Great rotation on them. Beautiful looking free throws. Makes them both. Waupun up by 21 now, 48-27.
Such a valuable asset when your big post player can knock in free throws.
Yeah, because they get to the line a lot more than your perimeter players maybe. Up and under, but Waupun does a good job taking that shot look away from the Hawks. And they're taking away that right hand from them going down the lane too. They did that a lot earlier. Just as I say it, they go up and do it and draw a foul, but they've been doing a pretty good job. You haven't seen a lot of that toward the end of that first half, and now a drive in there by Hallie Vandehei, and she gets fouled to the line to shoot two. Will be Vandehei.
Vandehei with one basket in the first half.
Free throw a little too strong, no good. Checking the ball game, Sammy Buss, and sitting down will be Delaney Feldkamp. That might be the longest, purposely without time running out three I've seen this season yet was from Buss out there. That was about 7-8 feet behind the three-point line when she launched it. She even had to kind of lean into it, take a step into it to throw it up there. Missed the shot, but man, she definitely has the green light wherever she wants to shoot it from. Ball passed over to Peterson. Thought about a three, and kicks it up to Gopalin on the right side. Pass back over to Peterson. Posting up on that right side, being guarded by Vandehei. Goes up and scoops it up with the left hand. Misses, and Vandehei gets the rebound.
Not Cale's best shooting night tonight. She certainly affects the game in so many ways. She's such a good player, but been able to shoot the ball as well as she normally does.
Playing it high in the lane. She gets surrounded by about 3 players and finally gets tied up, and Waupun's going to get the ball back. Xavier just getting frustrated. They don't know where to go to dribble to because they just dribble into trouble no matter where they go.
Yeah, that's disciplined defense right there by the Warriors. Gap help, get over, get a hand on the ball without fouling. It's key, something you have to work at. Normal instinct is to slap at the ball. They just put some hand pressure on the ball.
Little reach-in foul on Brooke Feldkamp. Reaching in and Abby Alsma.
That's a
Got her down for 3 now.
I said 3. I have her down for 4, so maybe I got the wrong person on one earlier.
The wrong Feldkamp, maybe.
Maybe, yes.
A couple Feldkamps out there. And Waupun has the ball, leading by 21, 48-27. Abby Alsma has it, turns around, three-pointer open, no good. Gracie Gopal chases it down on the other side of the basket. Waupun will reset. It was Naomi Alsma. Gets cut off along that left baseline. Gracie Gopal, cross-court pass down to the right corner over to Kale Peterson. Hesitant to pull the trigger on those threes right now, just not finding a range yet tonight. Also looking down to the post over to Gabby Matamoros, saying that one's short. Peterson gets the rebound, coming up short. A lot of short inside shots by Waupun. Coming up short on some makeable shots. Comes Newman, top of the key with it, gets it over to her teammate, Wanty. Wanty's going to launch up a 3. That is no good, and Peterson will get the rebound. Looking up the court, has her head up when she's dribbling it up, trying to find somebody open down there. Finally gets it over to Abby Alsma. Step back, passes the left side over to her sister Naomi down in the left corner. Dribbles out of the corner, and a travel. Hesitation on getting rid of the ball by Naomi, gets called for the travel.
Naomi looking to deliver that back cut pass to Gopalin, and a little too much traffic there, which caused the traveling.
Xavier with the ball again, trailing by 21. Long 3 again by Buss. Not afraid to shoot it from anywhere on this side of the half-court line. Reaching fouled by Naomi Alsma. Want to thank Rich Osterhaus from Finishing Touches by Rich, sponsoring our sports broadcast right on Main Street in Waupun. His luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Also, he has carpeting, hardwood floors. He'll design your cabinets for you, your countertops. Best prices around for the top quality stuff. Just give Rich a visit over on Main Street in Waupun at Finishing Touches by Rich. Hawks with a basketball. Wanty has it up towards the top of the key. Gets cut off on the way to the basket, and Buss will launch up another 3. That's no good. Peterson gets the rebound, and a quick
whistle.
Ball, a quick whistle on that tie-up. The defender had their hand on the ball for a split second, and Peterson has ripped it away from her right away, but the official quick to blow his whistle, say it was a tie-up, and the Hawks will get the ball back. Ball lobbed in. They get into Newman near half court.
Nice test tonight for Matamoros, covering this taller, lanky Newman. Doing a nice job defensively.
Hawks with the ball. Martini has it and ends up double dribbling. And Waupun will get it back. Waupun will be on the road coming up next Tuesday. Another non-conference game now, this time against Watertown Luther Prep on Tuesday night. Peterson gets it down to the corner now with it as Abby Alsma. Over to her sister Lydia. Back to Naomi. Alsma's in a row with her hands on the basketball. Lydia, wide open 3 is up, and it is nothing but net for Lydia Alsma. The second 3 of the ball game, she's got 8. And a long 3 misses badly on the shot by Buss.
Another rebound by Peterson, just racking him up. Always in the right place.
Peterson steps back, 5-footer, crawls over the front of the rim, and good for Kale. First points of the second half. 53-27, Waupun just pulling away now from Xavier.
Well, spin move there, wanted to get there. Peterson.
kind of turned around and nobody was there, and then she didn't know, well, let's just get rid of it anyway. And then she had probably an open 10-foot shot. It just takes you totally out of your rhythm when you play a team like you. You're just not in the flow of the game anymore, and they just don't know where they're going to find their open looks for. Anywhere on the court for the
Kale Peterson intimidator on the inside with all the blocks she comes up with.
Yeah, you make those statements early, and that can affect the rest of your game. Martini dribbles out of the left corner, back out to the top of the key. A nice little cut into Feldkamp and puts it up with the left hand. Nice shot there by Appleton. That is their first basket of the second half. We're at 27 at halftime now. At 29, a three-pointer from Naomi Alsma from the left corner. She's got 5 points.
Too many weapons. Man, it's a nice Xavier team and just really getting dominated again by Waupun.
It was lost in Lydia Alsma. Grabs it, and a little reach-in foul by Bust. A little frustration. An Olay thing as she went by, and she'll pick up a foul.
Only third team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls here in the second half.
Peterson's going to sit down, and Olivia Tooney's going to check in, give her a little break.
Peterson looks fine. She took a shot to the midsection there, maybe right in the diaphragm. Got a little slow getting up, but seems to be fine.
Abby Alsma strong on the left side, and kind of tucks that ball in like a running back through traffic, and then goes up, gets fouled on her way to the basket. 2 free throws for Abby Alsma. That one rims out and no good. Her first miss of the night.
3 of 4 is Abby from the line.
Abby's next free throw is good. 16 points in the game for her so far. 57-29 in favor of the Lady Warriors. No Packer game this weekend. It's kind of an empty feeling, but it's kind of nice knowing your team's going to be alive. Alsma takes it away. Abby Alsma goes up, steals it, takes it to the rack, and scores.
Packers are in a good place right now, aren't they?
Yeah, why not? You get to be the only NFC team to have the weekend off. Just sit back and enjoy the games. Three-pointer right corner is high off the glass and good on the shot by Delaney Feldkamp. Her third 3 of the game. And a little scoop shot there by Goldpollen. Flips it over her shoulder on the left side of the basket. Nice drive to the basket by Gracie Goldpollen.
One of the prettiest 2 points you're going to see on the court.
That was.
Is the old Stockton move there when you're a smaller player. It's perfected by John Stockton. Go with your right hand on the left side, turn your back, and defend the ball from the person trying to block it. Get it up quickly.
Those are the moves you learn when you're 5 foot tall, or 5'2" according to the program. Boy, I love watching her play. Ball on the right side, the drive right now, and putting it up and in. Nice shot there by Delaney Feldkamp. First basket within the three-point arc. Abby Alsma gets an open look at a 3. That's no good. Hand getting the rebound is her sister Lydia. Tries to put it back up, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The first free throws of the ball game.
Waupun just methodically picking teams apart. Kind of impressed with Xavier and how they're playing tonight. Yet Waupun just with a huge lead already.
Yeah. Lydia makes that look easy. Nothing but net on her first free throw. 62-34. Lady Warriors over Appleton Xavier. 10:20 left. That rims around, and that one goes in for her too. She got 10 points in the game. Averages 8 points a game. Hawks will have another one of those low percentage scoop shots missing badly. Waupun comes up with it. Get on to Lydia Alsma. 15-footer right side comes up short. Ball is loose, and coming up with it is Sammy Buss, pushing it the other way. Newman with it, and one dribble gives it a ball up to her teammate. Girls with the long hair can't see their numbers.
Yeah, I know. I
for a while
thought the same thing.
For their hair to swoosh out of the way.
Long ponytails. It's hard to see who has the ball.
Delaney Feldkamp with the basketball, dribbles off to her left near the top of the key. Spins back the other way. Naomi Alsma Sure, she just kind of spun around, and finally she had an open lane to the basket. Didn't see the foul part of it, but it's like Naomi is going to get called for a foul.
Thought that was going to be called a traveling, but
yeah,
not.
She kind of lost Naomi along the way.
Definitely switched pivot foots on that. That would be a travel. Foul may have come first, but
Feldkamp misses her first free throw. Kind of sticking with your main players are the Waupun Lady Warriors so far. Second free throw is good for Feldkamp. 63-35. Waupun over the visiting Xavier Hawks. Get it down to Tooney inside, kicks it out left corner. Ball is up, coming up short on a three-point shot is Abby Alsma. Catches the top of the backboard, out of bounds. It'll be Hawk basketball. Interesting schedule. I don't know. I can't remember all the teams we're covering next week. I think we may have a Waupun girls game next week, but we'll have a Randolph boys game.
Been a little while since I've seen the Randolph boys play.
Yeah, it would.
Nice hustle.
And it's right near half court. Waupun comes up with it. Tooney's going to go up with the left hand, lays it up and in. Celia earning that one, sticking with it. Dan takes it right to the rack. Could have passed it to any other two teammates, but why not take it yourself? It was right there.
Yeah, good job getting on the floor for the Waupun Warriors.
Newman kicks it back out on top. He said Xavier just not no flow to their offense. They're not sure where they should go with the ball, where the openings are. Great job defensively, which is something we consistently saw every game we've saw of Waupun so far this year. Great defense. Good job by Peterson getting in front of the ball carrier, and then Newman gets fouled, looks like, by Olivia Tooney. Yeah, I think we're going to get to see the Randolph boys next week, Tuesday, so that's going to be fun. We got about 4 Randolph games coming up, and one of those the last weekend on a Saturday. They play a doubleheader against New Berlin West, boys and girls. And that's a team that Waupun just played. And that'll be at Randolph High School, and that's coming up. Yeah.
Matamora's checking back into the game.
Yeah, next free throw, Newman. In front of the rim, no good. Getting the rebound and putting it back up is Feldkamp. Gets it to go. Feldkamp having herself a decent second half. With about 8 points so far.
Warriors got caught flat-footed a bit there. Looked like they were ready for that rebound.
At the 7:40 and counting, down in the ball game. Waupun leading 65-37. Turnaround 10-footer, a little too strong in the shot by Peterson. Weak side rebound in the hands of Buss, pushing it up. Gets it off to Delaney Feldkamp. And this is going to get dribbled off for her feet by Hallie Vandehei. Off her feet and out of bounds.
Excellent job by Matamoras moving her feet. Sliding and sliding and staying in front of the offensive player.
Definitely going to try to get some interviews with Coach Tim Olson and 2 or 3 of his players, too, after the game. So I'm going to stick around for that. And find out what these girls have to say. Peterson launches up a 3, and that one's a little short. And chasing that long rebound is Buss. Long 3 is up by Buss, and like I said, kind of embarrassed to shoot from way downtown. Peterson with another rebound. Little back cut by Abby Alsma, and then that one's going to go off the hands of the defender and right in the hands of the Hawks now. And then a travel is going to be called on Delaney Feldkamp. Nice job by Gracie Goldpollen to kind of screw her up on that one, tied her up for a split second, then she ends up traveling.
So quick is Goldpollen. She's able to jump in front of a player without fouling, disrupt the play, create the turnover.
Goldpollen kicks it out to Peterson along the left corner, takes it in the lane. And little half hook shot up and good for Kale Peterson, her 4th point of the second half. 67-37. Waupun now with a 30-point lead. 6:20 and counting down in the ball game in your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Peterson got right in the middle of that. quick whistle there. She kind of got it between the two players and almost had the ball handed off to her, and then she gets called for a reach-in.
A lot of fouls in this game tonight. Sometimes officials let teams play a little more. They've called a lot of fouls, a lot of very minor fouls.
So Xavier with the basketball, but trailing by 30 in the ball game. Boy, a lot of fun teams. We're going to get a chance to see the Randolph girls team, who's ranked number 1 in Division 5 a few times in the next few weeks. The boys, who are ranked number 1 in Division 5 a couple times in the next few weeks.
Randolph girls, able to hang on to that number 1. Wow, it's a long shot.
Another long three missed, and somehow Newman got it there. Big 6'3" sophomore gets it. Olivia Newman gets the basket.
I wasn't sure with the Randolph girls losing Riley Elvin, one of a really good player.
I think Waupun, I think Nick Rush sent me something that he picked up, and it looks like Waupun has got a game against the Randolph girls coming up next year.
Oh, next year.
Yeah, they maybe didn't want to see them this year. Want to get rid of some of the seniors off the team, the great bunch they've got. But I tell you, Randolph's got something special going there, and they've got some nice seniors that they'll be losing, but also a great core of juniors and sophomores on that team over there. For a Division 5 school, they are just loaded for the next few seasons. First free throw is good for Molly Martini. Randolph, especially the boys, really have loaded up their non-conference schedule. They're playing much bigger schools. They played Wanakee a game, and you lost by double figures, but went toe-to-toe with them for a little while in the ball game that I saw over in Randolph.
More benefit from a loss like that than in a monster victory, yes.
Oh, Gabby Matamoros trying to she does eventually get the ball in Peterson, but trying to pay her back for the assist that Kayla has given Gabby. Gabby lobs one into her, and eventually gets the ball to go after missing a few times. 69-40 in favor of Waupun, and we've got a foul out top by Lydia Alsma. More free throws, at least one free throw. At the line now, I believe, is Delaney Feldkamp, as her hair still covering her number. Naomi Alsma waiting to check in. Coming in for her sister.
Lydia with 4 fouls, going to take a seat. The freshman that's improved significantly.
Back of the rim, no good, and Naomi Alsma comes up with the rebound. Then throws it away to Newman up the court. Yeah. Gracie Gopal and the Energizer Bunny keeps the ball alive, and Waupun gets it. Looked like that was going to go right in the hands of the Hawks, and then this little white streak comes flying through, keeps it alive, and gets it right by half court. Peterson has it by the free throw line, pulls up about a 13-footer, comes up short on the shot. Newman gets the rebound.
He's had a lot of those tonight. That's not typical Peterson.
Got a three-point shot on the way by Martini. Actually, that was Martini, and it comes up short while Pine gets the rebound. And we got to talk to Gracie after the game, and I think Abby for sure, those two players, and maybe one other player we can bring up here for interviews after the ball game. But
tell you what, Peterson hasn't scored the ball as well as she normally does, but she's got to have close to 12 or 15 rebounds. I'm not exaggerating. It's unbelievable.
Racking those up and doing, setting her teammates up for points. And looked like a foul on the floor by Naomi Alsma. Tim Alsma, head coach, not real happy with some of the calls being called out there right now.
The game has been called extremely tight tonight. Extremely tight.
First free throw goes in for Delaney Feldkamp. This free throw also rattles home. Sort of looked up the court over to from Gopal in the hands of Waupun's Gabby Matamoros.
Long, tall girl, Matamoros sprinting the court, rewarded with a good catch there by her as well.
was Newman in and launches on front of the rim, no good after a drive, and Naomi also trying to get it. She does get it, gets it up to her sister Abby. She'll launch up a three-point shot. That is no good, and rebound in the hands of the Hawks. Bus with it, down in the left corner with it as Martini drives it in. Trying to get her to her teammate, and it's going to go out of bounds eventually after Cale Peterson. It's a dive in the floor to try to get the ball. We're down to 3:19 left in the game. 71-42 in favor of the Lady Warriors. It looks like Waupun's finally going. No, I thought some girls got up just to shake Gabby's hand as she went by, but I think we see some of the other bench players coming in by now. Katie Simon with it. Kick it out right side to Newman. Comes up short on her three-point shot. 71-42. The lead for Waupun. Gopalin has it along the right side. Little spin move. Kicks it out right side over to Tooney. Pulls up 10-footer in the lane. Gets fouled on the shot. And to the free throw line to shoot two will be Olivia Tooney. Or Celia Tooney.
Celia with 2 points on the night so far. Get 2 shots.
First free throw is a nothing but net. Celia making the most of getting to the free throw line.
Wearing a little kinesiology tape on her left knee.
Both free throws good. Making the most of her only 2 free throws of the ball game. Almost a travel there on the Hawks. They're getting some of their backup players in. Waupun's getting set to check in 5 new players. And a nice job, this day's work there by the Waupun Lady Warriors. And we'll definitely have some interviews with some of the players. Long three up by Buss. He's shot enough to get that one and finally gets another one to go. Her third 3 of the ball game.
It's the only
Buss gets called with a
ball and so quick, so slick with the ball. Really a pleasure to watch.
I'm looking forward to this season, really gearing up for the postseason, and definitely going to be our main focus in the postseason, the Waupun Lady Warriors. It'll be a great year for keeping an eye on local teams. Gracie's free throw is good.
Gracie 2 of 3 for the line this evening.
Trinity Pierce on the court now for Waupun, along with Maddie Vandestreek. And also on the court is Rowan Harder, and waiting to check in is Sophie Touton. Both free throws good for Waupun's Gracie Gopalin. And she's going to sit down after a good day's work. Waupun up by 30 again, 75-45, under 2.5 to play in the game. It's going to get knocked off one of the Waupun players' blocks, and maybe Lydia Alsma out there knocking it out of bounds. Long three up. That's the only kind of shot she has is Buss, long threes. And almost does take the ball away, and then Harder gets her money's worth and goes right at her and knocks her right over. A little discussion with Tim Alsman is going to discuss this with his player just off the bench with Rowan Harder. A hard foul on that one. 2:05 left in the game.
I think he's more concerned with the turnover than he is the hard foul. Good sportsmanship to help up Buss after the foul.
Free throw also good. He's got 11 points in the ball game. So again, it's like Waupun's going to keep their perfect season going. A nice little hesitation, a nice attack of the basket by Lydia Alsma. It'll be fun to watch her. She's got just the tallest of the Alsma sisters. Her long three by Buss is no good. It'll be fun to watch her develop as she gets older. Just a freshman right now and still averaging 8 points a game. Pulls up, misses the 15-footer on the right side, but she's going to turn into a special player by the time she's done here at Waupun High School. And Harder with another foul, getting they're a little late trying to cut off that baseline and bumps into Katie Simon. So who do you think we should talk to after the game? I know Sunday's going to talk to Abby, and we'll talk to also Gracie. We'll have her come up here.
Yeah, I don't know. You got Madam Morris, you have Peterson to choose from, in the starting lineup, and all of them have played well.
Yeah.
Kale didn't shoot it as well as she does, but credit her for creating something positive when she's out there.
This is a pretty good move to the basket. And then we've got a tie-up and possession arrow pointing toward the Hawks.
Trinity Pierce on the court now, so one of those longer players that might fill, the void lost with Metamoris next year.
Yeah, I think a lot's going to be asked out of her, so she's been pretty religious, they said, in the weight room and getting off that injury. This little pull-up in the lane by Lydia Alsma. Under a minute to play. Another long three by Buss. And Maddie Vandestreek, she's usually instant offense when she comes into a ball game, whether it's JV or varsity. She's not shy to shoot the ball out there, and it's a good aggressive player. Carter gets the ball taken away. No, she gets it right back, and she's going to maybe get away with a travel and goes up with left hand and misses. With 36 seconds left, he gets knocked out of bounds off the Hawks.
It's going to be fun to see Gopalin and Vandestreek in the backcourt.
Oh, jeez.
Teammates.
You keep up with those two.
They are now, but boy, not very big, but they can go.
This is their shot in the lane to Vandestreek, and two-time gets it, goes out of bounds. Now I asked the coach, I said, who do you have Vandestreek cover when you in the practices? Do you have her against Gracie to push her? He goes, no, you normally Abby Alsma. And then here goes Vandestreek, steals the inbounds pass, and it's kind of blocked on her shot attempt. Runner by Buss. Coach's kid gets all the shots out there and misses that one.
15 seconds left. Well, Waupun just going to dribble it out.
Nice victory here by Waupun. Another impressive victory against a quality team. Waupun is going to knock off Xavier 79-49. Randy and I are going to take a break, and we'll come back and talk to the coach, talk to a few players here in the post-game show in just a few minutes. Back after this on The Source and RP Sports.
We educate tomorrow's heroes today. Developed by the area's best nurses, your acceptance into Marian University's BSN program will allow you to take nursing courses in your sophomore year. Apply to Marian University today. In each community, forensic scientists crack the toughest cases. With Marian University's Forensic Science Bachelor's program, learn from industry-experienced faculty within a hands-on crime scene lab. Apply to Marian University today.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem.
My name's Gary. I had arthritis really bad in my right knee over 3 months ago. Couldn't really do anything, couldn't do stairs, just simple stuff. And now I can do things I couldn't do before. I can climb stairs, walk, anything. My spine's better. And my personal opinion is you're a fool not to get this done.
Hi, my name is Joni. I came here because I needed a new knee, but I didn't want to go through all that surgery and everything. I'm very pleased with it. And the reason I did it because I couldn't go up and down stairs very well. I couldn't work too long hours and had a hard time getting in and out of the car. I had to lift my knee up. And now I can do all those things. And I have no pain, and I would recommend it to everyone, and I have.
Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
And welcome back to Waupun High School. Again, an impressive victory for the Waupun Warriors over the Xavier Hawks, knocking them off 79-49. Got a few of the players for the Waupun team having a great season. They're 14-0 on the season right now. And talking to Abby Alsma first of the 3 players we're going to talk to. And Abby, again, another quality team you're playing here tonight. And you guys just shut them down. Just talk about the game and what you saw out of the team you played here tonight and what was successful for you.
They're a really good team for sure, and we knew that coming into it. Just like against every team we play, we know that we have to come hard and play hard defense and stuff. So our goal tonight was just to set the tone on defense and play hard and just share the ball on offense and get the right shots up, and we were able to do that. And we knocked them off. It was good.
And that seems like that's the kind of the theme you guys have. I mean, defense has been your most consistently good thing that you guys have done this year, and everything kind of goes off from that. You get a lot of points after the defensive turnovers and things out there. And, well, you guys play good together as a team, too. You never know who's going to be on a given night, and you got too many weapons out there.
Yeah, the good thing about that is, like, no matter who's off, everyone's going to just, like, someone else will get hot, and then, like, it'll just keep rolling, even if someone, like, if one person is not hitting shots. So it's all good.
And points now definitely a measuring stick of who's doing good, because you got some really good role players out there. You got people that step up and do a lot of things defensively. Doesn't show up in the scorebook. But just talk about your team. Do you think did you guys got some big things coming here, the way things are going for you? What do you think you need to work on?
Well, definitely defense. I think tonight was one of, like, not our best defensive games for some reason. I don't know why that is. So next time we have practice, we're just going to work on defense and getting our stuff together, because, like, getting weak side help and, like, talking in transition and stuff, because they were getting a lot of wide open threes, so we got to work on getting back faster. And on offense, just moving the ball and, like, not being so stagnant. I feel like we were just standing around a lot today.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, screening and getting people open. So.
Those things you recognize as soon as the game is over already. You're already thinking about what you're going to do to improve. So that's a coach's daughter and probably a future coach yourself someday. So thanks a lot, Abby Alsma,
thank you.
Joining us. And we're going to just hand the microphone off, and we're going to give it right over to Gracie Gopala now. And we always love watching Gracie out there playing, and just he feels like that ball is just an extension of your arm, the way you flip it around out there. But love watching you play, and just talk about your what's going through your mind when you're out there and those loose balls. I mean, you're just constant motion out there. What are you thinking when all that's going on out there? It's just your mind seems to be working faster than most people's.
Yeah, it is. When I'm just on the floor, like, I'm just going to be aggressive and help my teammates out. And I have a pass-first mentality, but when I have the opportunity to get my own, I will. And I don't know, just as a floor general, you kind of have to be moving.
But I thought you had some moments out there. And there was definitely an appropriate time. You gave a lot of assists off to people. Then all of a sudden it was Gracie time to score for a little bit. You had some nice moves out there. And being a little bit shorter player out there, you definitely have figured out the moves to protect the ball and get those shots up. But it's just fun watching you play, and definitely the perfect team player out there. So it's going to be fun watching you these next few years.
Yep, it's going to be a fun run.
Yeah, what do you expect? You think state tournament for you guys this year?
That's the plan.
Not just getting there, but winning it all, I think.
Yeah, we want to bring home a gold ball.
Well, again, a fun game to watch you. A great job by the team. So thanks a lot, Gracie, for coming up. And she's going to hand the microphone off over to Cale Peterson. And Cale, a great game. You should be, I think, Gabby Matamoros' best friend out there. You found her about 3-4 times for some easy baskets, and I love the way you find your teammates out there on the court.
Oh, yeah, we have a connection. She knows where I am on the court. She knows I'm willing to pass, so it's good.
You found her numerous times. She came up short on the first time. I thought sometimes you don't get the ball back if you miss, but you give it back to her. And she tried to get it back to you, and you kind of missed a couple of shots, and he put it in on. I think he got fouled after that. But yeah, just talk about the unselfishness of this team. Nobody's like their number 22 that was launching those long threes, the coach's daughter out there. But you guys make the extra pass, and that just seems to be a real mentality for your team to just go for that one extra pass for the easier basket.
That's been our mentality since I started as a freshman. It's always been pass first. I shouldn't say pass first. I should say open shooter, open look, rather than forcing shots, because we have so many scorers on our team that we don't need to force anything.
And taking good shots. You guys force very few shots, if any, out there in the ball game. And it seems that you're a great shot blocker out there. It seems like a lot of the shots you block, Waupun ends up with those. They're not just like swatted out of bounds. You guys, is that something that you developed over time, not to just swat it out of bounds, try to control it? Because it seems like we get the ball a lot after you block the shot.
Yeah, definitely. I guess I never really worked on it, but it's always been in practice. That's the practice mentality of, we're going to let them shoot the shot rather than, play it through. Mm-hmm. And I think I've become so good at timing them from the front rather than the back that I can tip it forward rather than out of bounds.
Right. Well, I love watching you play out there, and it's been a fun season so far. I can't wait for the rest of it. So what's the chemistry with the team? You guys you get along real well? You hang around in school and out of school together too, besides on the court?
I'd say yeah. There's a
mix of seniors and a lot of good sophomores out there. I just wondered if you guys kind of hung out yet.
Oh, yeah. We definitely the start of the season was a little rough with us. It sucked because, last year we had COVID, so we weren't allowed to do anything outside of practice. But we're together, practice, pre-game, games, after games, before games. So we're always together at school.
Well, that's good to see, because I think that's a key component on being a successful team, that you get along off the court too. So that's good to hear.
Yep, for sure.
But Kale, fun to watch you play out there, and we'll be keeping an eye into the rest of the season. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And Kale Peterson joining us on the post-game show. Again, Waupun winning by a score of 79-49. And we're going to take a little bit of a break, come back, and Randy and I are going to talk about this game coming up in just a couple of minutes on RP Sports and on The Source.
One of the neatest projects and programs that we have that I truly believe in is our 5 cents for the future program. Every time a customer swipes their Bristol Morgan Bank debit card, we donate 5 cents to our scholarship fund, which is administered by the Fond du Lac Area Foundation. And we provide scholarships for local students that are going to 2-year, 4-year school. We're there for up to a 4-year renewable scholarship.
Bristol Morgan Bank. Locations in Oakfield, Fond du Lac, Brandon, and Van Dyne. Log on, bristolmorganbank.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Wisconsin.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Make an impact within your community with Marian University's Bachelor of Social Work program. Experience direct client contact from your very first course, taught by faculty with years of field experience. Apply to Marian University today. Explore the mind and expand yours. With Marian University's Psychology Bachelor's program, experience exciting classes, professional conferences, field placements, and a 93% job placement rate. Apply to Marian University today.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the home and family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Andy with us here, the Other Bar, Main Street in Waupun. Come on by inside, some nice warm soups and some hot plate specials here at the Other Bar.
We always got something going for our daily board. We got hot plates going all week long. They change obviously as conditions change with what availability goes. Soups we've always have on, that changes almost by the day. And of course we have chili going as well.
Talk about some of the great beverages on tap here at the...
A lot of people call me Randy, and a lot of people call Randy Steve. So now you see us. I'm Steve. That's Randy.
You must be hanging around too much together because I get the same thing all the time.
Yeah, I guess we're just associated. Can't say one's name without the other, but I've been called Randy quite often, and Randy has been called Steve quite often. So, I'm Steve. That's Randy. But impressive victory by the Waupun Lady Warriors here tonight, winning in pretty convincing fashion, 79-49 over the visiting Xavier Hawks, who were ranked in the top 10 in Division III at one time. So quality victory, and they've got a whole list of quality wins on the season, and this is just another one. Just so impressive defensively, and I've been hearing Abby talk and saying a smart, very intelligent bunch of girls out there who really know the game of basketball.
Yeah, they played a lot of ball. You can see that. You're not just playing when you're organized in a team practice. They're playing in the summers or maybe at the parks. I don't know where they're doing it, but that stuff comes natural for them to know where to look for their teammate, the no-look passes that they do, all the things they bring to the table. It's just an amazing team to watch, and really, I don't know if they played very well tonight. This was not an A+ game or even an A game for them, and they still win by 30 against a quality team. So they're really putting it together.
Yeah, fun to watch. Love watching these girls play. They know what they're doing out there, and they're just a good mesh of girls out there. And they've got all the positions covered, the bigs, the ball handlers. They love running the court. They can slow it down if they have to, and they're just a great defensive team out there that they put on the court. But let's take a look at the scoring in the ball game. We'll wrap things up so people can get their weekend going.
Yeah, I'm going to skip over the Hawks and just go straight to Waupun. Lydia Alsma had 12 points tonight with 2 made three-pointers. Naomi had 5 points with a made three-pointer. Abby Alsma with 18, 2 made threes. She was 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Celia Tooney with 4 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Gabby Matamoros, 10 points on the night. 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Again, out of your post player, you cannot ask for more than that. Gracie Gopalin with 13. She was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Figures in rebounds, maybe 12, 13, 14. I mean, it was up there. We didn't chart it, but really a nice job there, double-double.
Competitive pay starting at